All right, good afternoon, everybody. Court will resume with the May 20th, 2022 docket. And we have a jail case here, Enrique Medrano Jr., and that'll be attorney Mr. Moises Flores.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Judge.
All right, there'll be a plea on both cases, right, State?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, very well, very well. Enrique Pina Medrano Jr., please raise your right hand. Good afternoon. Please raise your hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Two cases, Mr. Medrano, CR 2102-447D, CR 2102-448D, both of them Class B misdemeanors, theft. Each case carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and did you waive those two rights?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give a plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily for both cases?
Yes, sir.
All right, State.
Judge, state offer plea document and offense report as States Exhibit 1, notification, certification of defendant right of appeal as States Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 939.14, disclosure as States Exhibit 3. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to cover plea guilty.
No objection, Your Honor. So agreed, stipulated to.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged on both cause numbers. Now, are the recommendations identical by any chance, State?
They are identical, Judge.
And what is it?
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $100 fine, court costs, 180 days in the Alabama County Jail, credit for 180 days.
All right, for each of the two cases, no fine, no court costs, 180 days in jail, credit for 180. It'll be a time served for each. Both cases are time served. Anything else, Mr. Flores?
That is all I have before this honorable court, Your Honor. Thank you for accommodating us and having this case disposed of today, Judge.
Yes, sir. You're welcome and have a great weekend and you stay safe. And Mr. Medrano, time served from both cases. You're excused. Okay, sir? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye. That'll do it, Jill, right? Thank you, Jill. Have a great day.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Have a great weekend.
You too. Great weekend. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see here. We have Andy Benavides. There he is, CR 20-09873D. Andy Benavides. The charge here is assault, Class A misdemeanor, and he'll be pleading guilty to a PTD, to the PTD program, right, Mr. Morales?
That's correct, Your Honor. Rodolfo Morales on behalf of Mr. Benavides.
All right. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
All right, Mr. Benavides, please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. CR 20-09873D, and the Benavides, your case is a Class A misdemeanor assault. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and did you waive those two rights?
Yes.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give a plea?
Yes, I understand, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right, State.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as States Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as States Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14, disclosure as States Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and need assessment as States Exhibit 4, PTD pack as States Exhibit 5. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of the honorable court and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to cover plea guilty.
No objection from defense, Your Honor.
And without objection, so admitted. At this time, the court will withhold any finding of guilt or innocence and will suspend any judgment whatsoever. It will now turn to the PTD program here, which has already been approved by the court and all the parties involved. All we ask here, Mr. Benavides, follow the terms and conditions of this program, and hopefully down the line we can dismiss your case. For right now, we'll set it for status hearing, December 7th, 9 a.m. December 7th, 9 a.m. Hopefully we'll get a good report. And like I said, down the line, everything goes well, we can dismiss this case. Any questions, Mr. Morales?
I have no questions, Your Honor. If that concludes the proceeding, I wish to ask you if to be excused along with my client, Your Honor.
All right, you and your client may be excused. You'll have a great weekend. Stay safe. And Mr. Benavides,